Hi, I'm Sarah. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this Slow Flow Vinyasa practice, we will be focusing on strength and balance. We won't need any props unless you'd like to have a chair or a wall nearby. And remember, it's okay to flail and catch yourself. We'll start out in a wide-legged child's pose. Let's begin in a wide-legged child's pose. Bring your feet together and your knees apart, making room for your hips. Start to walk your hands out long, creating a lengthening in the spine. Take a few slow, steady breaths. Work to have your breath have even inhales and exhales. Take both arms over towards the left side, feeling into your right side body. And then bringing your hands through center and over towards the right side, feeling into your left side body. Coming back to center. Shift yourself forward, coming onto your forearms, and then lowering all the way down onto your belly. Lift up through the crown of your head in Sphinx pose. Then go ahead and lift up into a tabletop position. Let's do some circular cat-cow today. Lower your belly, bending your arms a little bit. And then as you lift your torso up around your spine, and then come over to one side, doing this again, coming through a big circle. One more time. And let's go back the other way. All right. Go ahead and take a moment to shift back and forth through the hips. Take your right leg back behind you, toes are tucked under, and push through your heel. And then go ahead and lift your leg so that it's straight back behind you. Keep your core strong and steady, and if you're feeling stable, reach your left arm out in front of you. Breathe into it. Bring your hand and your knee back to the mat. Take your left leg back behind you, toes are tucked under, push through your heel. And then lift your leg straight back behind you, keeping your core steady. Reach your right arm out in front of you. Your hand and your knee back to the mat. Tuck under both sets of toes. Lift your hips, coming to find downward facing dog. From your down dog, lift up onto the balls of your feet and start to roll your torso forward, coming into a high plank. Lift your hips, rolling back to downward facing dog. Roll forward to a high plank. Back to downward facing dog. Sweep your left leg up towards the sky, three-leg dog. And then bend your knees, stepping your left foot forward between both hands. Bring your right foot down so that your heel is flat. Lift both arms up, making your way into Warrior Two. Roll your shoulders back once. See if you can sink just a little bit deeper into your hips. Stack your left knee over your ankle. Take your gaze out over your left fingertips and breathe. Turn your left palm up and reverse your warrior. Flow forward into extended side angle and back to reverse warrior. Forward to extended side angle, back to reverse warrior. Forward to extended side angle, and this time hold your extended side angle. Take your gaze up towards your right fingertips. Straighten your left leg out on the mat, bringing your hand down to your leg. Create a slight angling in the right hip and sweep your right arm up towards the sky for side triangle pose. Bend your knee, lifting yourself up to standing. Turn towards the side of your mat. Open your arms out towards the sides for the star pose. Bend both knees, bringing your feet to about a 45-degree angle, coming into goddess. Feeling strong and steady. And rise up to standing. Turn your right toes towards the back of your mat. Left toes turn towards the side. Bend your right knee, stacking it over your ankle. Reach both arms out to the sides. Roll your shoulders back. See if you can sink just a little bit deeper into your hips. Reach your arms out as far as they'll go and take your gaze out over your right fingertips. Strong and steady in your warrior two. Turn your right palm up and reverse your warrior. Take your gaze up towards your right fingertips. And then shift forward into extended side angle and flow back into reverse warrior. Forward to extended side angle, back to reverse warrior. Forward to extended side angle, and this time hold your extended side angle. Take your gaze up towards your left fingertips. Straighten your right leg out on the mat. Create a slight angling of the left hip. Bring your hand down to your leg, ankle, or your foot, and sweep your left arm in a big circle up towards the sky for side triangle pose. Bend your right knee, bringing your hand down to the inside of your right foot. Place your hands to frame your foot, lifting your left heel. Step your right foot back to a high plank. Really take a moment, breathe into your high plank. And then from here, either lower all the way down onto your belly or come down through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take several slow, steady breaths in your downward facing dog. Lift up onto the balls of your feet and roll forward, coming back into your high plank. Lift your hips back to downward facing dog. Shift forward into your plank. Back to downward facing dog. Sweep your right leg up towards the sky, three-leg dog, and step it forward between both hands. Reach both arms up towards the sky for a high lunge. Both hips are facing forward. Take a moment and think about drawing your ribs back. Rather than letting everything sink forward, draw them back. Reach your arms up towards the sky. And then shift forward into your right leg as your standing leg. As you fold forward, lifting your left leg back behind you for warrior three. Find your drishti, your spot to gaze at. or that will help you to keep your balance. And then as you rise up to standing, bring your left foot in front of you. Hands can come to heart center. Bring your left foot across your right knee and bend your right knee. Coming into an eagle prep pose. Definitely playing with our balance here. It's okay to shake or reach out to the sides or even to hold on to something. Go ahead and lift your left leg back up, stepping it behind you, coming back into your high lunge. Turn towards the left, opening out into a high lunge facing the front of your mat. Again, in your high lunge, take a moment to really draw your ribs back. Hips are square, arms are reaching up. Breathe into it. And then shift forward onto your left leg as your standing leg. Again, in your warrior three, see if you can keep your hips square. Arms can reach out to the sides to help you with balance. You can even hold on to the wall or a chair here. And then as you make your way up, bring your right leg forward. Take your right foot, crossing it over your left knee. Bend your left knee. Coming into an eagle preparatory pose. Beautiful. All right, go ahead and step both feet together. Bend your knees, reach your arms out overhead, coming into upward chair pose. Really nice. And fold forward. Inhale, come to a flat back. Exhale, place both hands down on the mat and step your feet back to a high plank. Really take a moment in your high plank to breathe, feeling strong and steady, using your core. And then from here, either lower all the way down onto your belly or come down through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look forward towards your hands and step both feet together at the front of your mat. Inhale, come to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees slightly, reach your arms up to the sky, bringing your hands together at heart center. Okay, we are going to come into eagle after our little bit of eagle prep, playing with balance today. You can stay facing the front of your mat or you could turn sideways. I'm going to turn sideways so that it's easier to see. Really press firmly into the floor with your right leg. Take your left leg crossing over the top of your right. And this might be where you stop, and that's totally fine. If it's accessible, go ahead and bring your left leg behind your right, coming into the double crossing. Reach your arms out to the side. Cross your right arm over the top of your left. Maybe you come in and give yourself a hug. And if it's accessible and you'd like to keep going, go ahead and reach your arms up and take the double crossing, coming into eagle. Reach your arms up in front of you. Bend your knees, sinking in just a little bit further. Lots of things we can do with eagle, but this is where we're gonna stop today. Breathe into it. All right, coming back up. Unwrap yourself. Give yourself a little bit of a wiggle and a shake out, and let's do the other side. Really press firmly into the mat with your left foot, crossing your right foot over. And again, this might be where you stop, and that's totally fine. And if it's comfortable, you can go ahead and take the double crossing. Reach your arms out to the sides. Left arm crosses over the top. And then from here, you can either give yourself a hug or come in and take the double wrapping. Reach your arms up. Bend your knees, sinking in just a little bit further. And breathe. All right, go ahead and unwrap yourself. Nice work. Come to stand at the top of your mat. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come to a flat back. Exhale, place both hands down on the mat and step your feet back to downward facing dog. And come down onto your knees. Go ahead and make your way into a seated position on your mat with your legs out in front of you. We're going to come into Navasana boat pose. Get a little bit of core work here. Go ahead and lift your legs up, reaching your arms out alongside. And I'd like to invite you to lift one leg up and then the other. Switching back and forth, just playing with lifting your legs up. Maybe seeing what happens if you lift both legs up. You can do it. You're strong. Nice. All right, go ahead and lower them down. Really nice. Go ahead and come to sit sideways on your mat. Cross your left leg over the top of your right. Coming into cow face legs. Your bottom is between both feet. Place your right hand down on the mat. Reach your left arm up and over. Coming into a beautiful big side stretch. And then reaching your arms out to the sides. Bring your right arm over the top of your left. Either coming in to give yourself a hug or coming into eagle arms. And then go ahead and bring your arms and your torso forward. Just letting your head release down towards your arms. Breathe into it. Go ahead and unwrap your arms, making your way up to a seated position. And let's switch to the other leg variation. Switch legs. This time, bring your right leg over the top of your left. Arms reach out to the sides. Place your left arm down on the mat. Reach your right arm up and over for a big, beautiful stretch. Then lifting back up. Go ahead and bring your left arm over the top of your right, giving yourself a hug, or if it's comfortable, go ahead and come into eagle arms and fold forward over your legs. Letting your head release down towards your arms and the mat. Breathe into it. Uncross your arms and make your way up to a seated position. Go ahead and straighten your left leg out on the mat, placing your right foot down flat on the mat, knee is bent, right arm comes behind, left arm either wraps around or hooks to the outside of your right knee as you twist over towards the right side. As you inhale, think about lengthening in your spine, getting just a little bit taller. And as you exhale, twisting just a little bit further. And come out of your twist. Straighten your right leg out on the mat. Bend your left knee, placing your foot flat on the mat. Left hand comes behind. Right arm either wraps around or hooks to the outside of your left knee as you twist over towards the left side. As you inhale, think about lengthening through the spine. And as you exhale, twisting just a little bit further. Beautiful. All right, go ahead and lie down on your back. Place both feet flat on the mat, about hip width apart. Lift your hips up towards the sky, coming into bridge pose. You might come up onto your toes, Feet might stay down on the mat. Hands can be flat on your mat. You could interlace your fingers underneath. Totally up to you. Take your gaze straight up towards the ceiling or the sky. And lower down to the mat. Take your feet out as wide as your mat and windshield wipe your legs back and forth. Back and forth. Coming back into center, pick your right foot up, crossing it over your left. Interlace your fingers behind your left thigh for figure 4. It's like our eagle prep, only we're laying down, right? Go ahead and breathe into your figure 4 stretch. And release both legs. Cross your left foot over your right knee. Interlace your fingers behind your right thigh, drawing both legs in closer towards your torso. Breathe into it. And release both legs. All right. For our supine twist today, go ahead and cross your right leg over your left. Taking the double crossing and bring both legs all the way over towards the left side. Arms can come out into a T. Take your gaze over towards the right, opposite your legs. Breathe into it. And make your way back to center. Switch legs. Left leg comes over the top of your right. Take the double crossing. Reach both legs all the way over towards the right side and take your gaze over towards the left. Make your way back to center. Take your legs out long. Reach your arms out overhead. Big, full body stretch. Hug your knees into your chest. Then straighten your legs out on the mat, bringing your arms out to the sides, palms facing up towards the ceiling. Close your eyes. Soften your face. Let your shoulders and your arms relax. Let your torso and your hips feel heavy and sink into the mat. Let your legs and your feet soften and relax. Back into your fingers and your toes, maybe circling your wrists and ankles. Reach your arms out long overhead for a big full body stretch. And then roll over onto one side, making your way up to a comfortable seated position on your mat. Take just a moment to close your eyes. Picture someone or something that you're grateful for. Bringing hands together at heart center. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me. If you like this practice, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you again on the mat soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.